It's Tuesday night and we are having some roasted vegetables, and I'm having a sweet potato and my husband is having some salmon. I just put some salt and a lot of cracked black pepper on it and then baked it. And then we have the broccoli and carrots. That's what's for dinner. It is Wednesday afternoon and this is what we're having for lunch. It's just a wedge salad. I got these baby romaines a while back. I just sliced it in half, and then to top it, we've got green peppers, shredded carrots. I put a little bit of Colby Jack cheese on mine. There's shelled pumpkin seeds, shelled sunflower seeds, slivered almonds, and bacon. And then on mine, I use Olive Garden Italian salad dressing. And I got this at Olive Garden. They just sell it in the bottle. You just have to ask for it. And it's like $4 or $5, but it's delicious. It's just, you know, their regular salad dressing. So there is mine. And my husband's is the same thing, except he has croutons and no dressing. So with these wedge salads, they are kind of fancy looking, and you have to use a knife and a fork with these because you do have to cut it up. It's not pre-cut up, but I just thought it was a cute little fancy little lunch we could have. And so that's what's for lunch today. We didn't manage having these last week for dinner, which was my plan for last week, but I had moved things around so much we didn't end up having them. All right, it is Wednesday night and our dinner tonight is kind of boring. I have a sweet potato and some leftover of the creamed spinach and campanelli pasta. I just put it in one of these dishes so I could bake it later, and I could just bake it and stick some mozzarella on it. So I've got that, just baked pasta dish and sweet potato. And then my husband has salmon and the same vegetables we had yesterday. I did end up getting 2 salmon fillets, and I just wasn't feeling the salmon yesterday, so he got to have salmon twice. And then we just had leftover veggies, so I heated those up again. And that's it's a super duper easy dinner eating leftovers. I had to mention this last night, but I do put a little bit of butter on my sweet potatoes, and I use this Land O'Lakes butter with olive oil. It's Thursday, and for lunch we are having macaroni and cheese. This is Annie's organic aged cheddar and shells, and then I have some grapes that I've been snacking on while I was cooking. And then my husband's gonna have his with the jazz apple. So that's what we're having for lunch today. All right, it is Thursday night and college football started tonight. So I made us chicken fajita nachos. It's just chicken, green peppers and onions, all cooked together in a pot with fajita seasoning, and I just make my own. There's a lot of recipes online you can get for that. And I just let it simmer until everything's cooked and tender. And then I've got crack dip on mine. I have the crack dip recipe. I'll link that down below. And then some avocado on the top. And we went to a local farm yesterday. Got some tomatoes, and they had just one green one. So I thought I would make fried green tomatoes. So here is my fried green tomato. I already took a bite of one. It's delicious. I just coated them with seasoned salt, pepper, cornmeal and flour. I did about half cornmeal, half flour. Just coated them and then cooked them in some vegetable oil, and they are delicious. I love those. So I thought that would be good as like an appetizer for our nacho night. Well, that is what's for dinner tonight. It's Friday, and for lunch we are having leftover chicken fajita nachos. I don't have any more avocado, so I've just got the crack dip and the fajita on top of the tortilla chips. All right, it is Friday night and we're having a pretty simple dinner. I've got green beans and a sweet potato, and my husband has some chicken thighs and some green beans. And I just don't like chicken thighs very much, so I didn't make any for me. I made 2 for him because this one was really small. I'm not sure he's gonna eat both of them, but if not, he'll have the other one for lunch tomorrow or dinner tomorrow. So that is what we're having for dinner. So for the chicken thighs, I just used seasoned salt, cracked black pepper, and parsley, and baked them at 350 until they were done. And with the green beans, I just put in a bouillon cube and let them simmer the whole time I was cooking the chicken so they get really nice and tender. And I just baked my sweet potato for an hour on 350. Oh, one other thing, I finally repotted my little African violet. It's not blooming right now, but it will start blooming soon because there's some fertilizer in there. I picked up this little orange vase at, I think, Michael's. It was just on their clearance from the spring or the summer. I made these brownies because we're gonna go see some of my family this weekend. So I'm gonna take these with us and My husband will probably have one tonight, and it was so hard not to lick the spoon. Even though I don't like a lot of sweet stuff right now, it still sounds good to me. It's just the taste is not what I expect when I eat it, so I might try one since it's just dark chocolate. So I'll put those in the oven now, and then they'll be ready about the time we're done with dinner. And I'm chatty today. I want to show you my KitchenAid here. It is the robin's egg color. So that is my KitchenAid. I used it for the brownies. So I was excited to do some baking, even though I probably won't eat any of the result. It's probably way too sweet for me. It is Saturday, and for lunch we are having macaroni and cheese, and I'm having grapes with mine, and my husband is having a jazz apple. You can see your pants. We're trying this Horizon Classic Mac, and I took a bite of mine. I think it's really, really good. It might be better than the Kraft. It's pretty close. So I really like this one. We will definitely be buying this one again. And I guess my mac and cheese pregnancy craving isn't over because we've had it twice this week.